So I heard you want to farm K1 crew quarters? Don't. Today's exotic armor is Head. I have builds I recommend each class run in the description. Let's hop right into it. Now the first thing we're going to do when we enter this lost sector is actually just start melting down these ads. After we kill enough of them, the Overload Champion is going to spawn along with 2 Solar Shanks, which our Trace Rifle is going to help stun really easily. Going to throw our melee at that one ad. We are getting quite low, so we're going to pop our Rift down. But guys, we're just going to clear out this room very, very easily. You're definitely going to want some arc resistance on your chest plate. As you can see, we are taking heavy arc damage just from the ads, but there are also multiple other instances where you're going to want arc resistance, and I'll try to mention them when I can. Now, we just have a couple more to go. We do have a grenade charge. We're actually just using the auto rifle function for some reason, but now the Overload Champion has spawned, so we're going to begin stunning it with our little Trace Rifle here. Going to switch to the grenade launcher mode to get an ad kill, and what that's going to do is it's going to spawn a tangle for us. Now when we grab that tangle, if we're able to throw it at the champion, it's actually going to become suspended due to the build that we're running, and when it's suspended, that's actually going to make it so easy to deal with, but unfortunately it just teleports away, so we're going to have to use our suspend grenade, and that will do it very easily. Now as you can see, it does have that unraveling effect going on, giving us a bunch of free damage on top of our Trace Rifle damage, and that'll help us stun it all in one suspend grenade, which is excellent. Now we're going to throw our next tangle over here because as you can see, there are 2 Exploder Shanks in this section. We're going to throw our grenade launcher, completely missed, but the second one does land for us, which is excellent. Now guys, this next section of the Lost Sector is the most difficult part if you don't listen and follow exactly what I am doing here. Now as you can see, there are waves and waves of ads running at us. Now we're going to try to melt them as fast as possible, but they are not our primary focus here. What's going to happen in a second is there's going to be a barrier champion that comes from the right side. You will know the barrier champion is around the corner when you start seeing those Exploder Shanks. Now guys, we're going to need to stun that barrier champion as fast as possible, because if you let it proceed forward to that left side, kind of around where our tangle is currently sitting, then this lost sector becomes so difficult because it has literally 8 different ads that it's making immune, which will all be defending it, so that will just make it so damn annoying, guys. Honestly, if this barrier champion proceeds forward, it's going to add on like 3 minutes to your runs, and this lost sector is already long enough as it is. So just like that, we have taken care of the barrier champion. Now I actually go ahead and fire off my super. That is kind of tossing, but honestly I was in a position where I was going to die, and I kind of didn't feel like dying there, so we do just use the super. It doesn't really matter too much because we are in a solo activity, and what I always like to say about solo activities is use your supers whenever you feel like it, because they're going to come back very quickly as you are the only one doing damage to the enemies. Now we're going to jump back a little bit because we don't want ads in the back doing damage to us when we are dealing with these snipers. Now there are 4 snipers. As you can see, there's that one on the left side and there's one on the right side, and both of them are using arc damage. That's another reason why I recommend using the arc resistance, guys. There are 4 snipers in this area that are very annoying. Now we do have the Overload Champion on the right side. The only thing is, I don't really like to deal with the Overload Champion until we deal with those 2 Shanks. Those are also snipers, guys, on the right side. So we got one of them. I believe there is one left. Let's see. Yep, there's one left. So we're gonna peek out. We're probably gonna want to regenerate a little bit of HP here. We're waiting for our Rift. There it is. We can pop that down, and now we can peek the Shank. It's going to be, you know, it's a very far range, but as long as we just do some little taps, that's going to basically lower the recoil of our weapon, effectively increasing its range. Now we're going to switch to the grenade launcher mode to give us that tangle, and if we shoot that tangle, then the boss will actually become suspended, as you can see, the Overload Champion rather, and then we're going to hit it with our Trace Rifle. Now suspending it doesn't stun it like it does for unstoppable champions, but it makes it so it's not shooting at us, so we just have a way easier time dealing with the Overload Champions when we do that. And as you can see, I am strafing left to right. Now when you do this, if you strafe hard left, like never hit the right key, just hold left the entire time, as long as you don't hit a wall, Overload Champions are not actually able to do any damage to you, which is actually excellent. I mean, obviously, you're not taking any damage from them. How is that anything but good? It just isn't. That is excellent. Definitely going to want to do that, guys. So now we're proceeding forward, and we are almost in the boss section. The only thing is we're going to have to deal with these Arc Shanks, or these Solar Shanks rather, and then there's going to be one Tracer Shank in the back that is a sniper. And now we can fight Barrier Champion. And to do that, we're just going to throw our suspend grenade at it and then just start firing off our arc machine gun. Now, due to the arc surge lasting all season, we are just doing heavy damage with that arc machine gun. I mean, we fire one clip into it and the barrier champion just absolutely falls over, which is excellent. Now, we're getting a little bit low HP here, gonna pop our rift, but there's only one ad left, and I'm sure you've seen, we've had like 5, 6, 7 different heavy bricks on the ground. So guys, we have so much damn heavy, so we're going to be able to absolutely fry this next section. Now, in this next section, we do have a gigantic shank as a boss. Now, if you know one thing about shanks, it's that they don't really do much damage. So I would say put on some void resist, but guys, if you follow the strategy that I will tell you shortly, you're not going to be taking any damage from this. First of all, there is this cheese spot where, as you can see, we are just shooting at the boss and it's not doing any damage to us. So this is one spot that's excellent, and there's another spot as well that I'll mention if we actually end up using it in the gameplay. Now, as you can see, after you reach the first damage threshold, the barrier champions are going to spawn. We did try to throw our suspend grenade at it, but the thing about barrier champions, barrier servitors specifically, is that after doing a certain amount of damage, they will start teleporting around, and they also do that teleporting around when you go ahead and use your grenade at it. So now that we've stunned it, we're going to use our super just to try to absolutely melt it, and even though it didn't do max damage to the barrier, it did hit everything in the vicinity, so it cleared a bunch of ads for us, and it did quite a bit of boss damage. And at this point in time, we're just going to melt the boss down with this second cheese spot that I was mentioning, the stairs. If you stand at the optimal position on the stairs, the boss will just do like no damage to you, and you have a way better time of actually damaging it because it's just a way more open field as opposed to that left side position. I like to grab this after I take care of the barrier champion. Now, we did eat our grenade there. That's another part of the build where when we get kills, it's going to suspend everything in the area of around what we just killed. So that's an excellent method. And guys, after you reach damage thresholds, a certain damage threshold, there's going to be a bunch of melee ads that run at you, but they're really no problem as long as you pay attention to it. And guys, at this point in time, the boss is almost dead. Just a few more shots and we're gonna be good. We're almost there. Can we get it? Can we get it? Boom, let's go, dude. So guys, this is a really easy farm today. It's not gonna be the fastest, I'm not gonna lie to you. You're probably not gonna want to farm it unless you really need the armor in rotation today. Hopefully this helped. If it did, be sure to subscribe as I post Lost Sector guides daily. I have a goal of hitting 10,000 subscribers by the end of the summer, and if everyone watching this subscribed, we could hit it in a week, which would be crazy. Either way, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next video. Peace.